Today we are going to show you how to set up a Google Classroom. First, go to google.com. If you are on a web page, you can just simply open up a new tab. It will open to Google automatically. Once on Google, you can come over here to the blue sign in button. Click sign in. And it spins. You will be able to select your account from the drop down, or you can choose to use another account. For this purposes, I'm going to use this training account. Enter your password. Now, once I'm signed in, I will click the waffle tool to access my Google Apps. I see Google Classroom is available. I click Google Classroom. Classroom opens and all my classes are here. If I'm a teacher in the class, it will look like this. If I'm a student in the class, it looks like this. You should have some classes already listed. To create a class, come to the plus sign to create or join a class. So today I am creating a class. I name the class my appropriate class name. And I can fill in the others. It's optional though. I will hit create. It takes a second to create the class and build all the parts to it. And now my class is created. It also gives me a class code that I can share with students so they can join the class. And it also gives me some notices about Classroom and things that have changed. And that is how you create a class in Google Classroom. Now that the class is created, we need to add students to the class. We can do that by selecting the People tab at the top. And then we have our listed teachers. If we need a co-teacher added for special education services, you can add them here to simply invite teachers. For students, you can simply click invite students, or you can send them a message with this class code. For these purposes and during the time that we're out of school, I would suggest to invite them directly so they get a notice. Now that I have invited a student to the class, I can see that they are invited. Once they have accepted, this will no longer be grayed out and you will see that the students have been accepted. Now that the student has accepted the invite, it gives you the option to invite guardians. You can do this if you have your parent email addresses. This way, they can get weekly updates or daily updates, depending on their choice, of their students' progress in your class. Once you enter the parent's email address, you will see that they have been invited. They will also show up as accepted once they have done that. Now we're going to go over a little bit about adding classwork. So you go to the classwork tab, and here is where you can create assignments. You have the choices of assignment, quiz assignment, a question, material, and you can also reuse posts between classes. For this purpose, we're going to create an assignment. We will go in, and it's going to walk us through the very first time we're in here. So I'm going to hit got it. So I'm going to title it worksheet. This is something I want the kids to do. And I'm going to add a worksheet here. I know I have one in my Google Drive. Now it's important here to make sure that our documents that we are attaching are either in Google Docs format, Google Sheets format, or Google Slides format. If it is not, then we will not be able to make a copy for each student. Here, now once I've hit add, I will select my correct worksheet and I'll hit add. It will attach here. Now, out to the side, it says students can view file. I can do this drop down and I can choose students can edit file, or I can make a copy for each student. This is the method I like to do when I want to make sure they each get a copy of the worksheet so they can complete it there. So once I select make a copy, I can also come over here and I can choose if I want to just assign I can choose here where I want to assign it to just one student or all students. I can give it a due date, and I can also create topics. Are things like if you wanted to name it for each subject you were teaching. You can also attach a rubric here. Once you have done all this, then you will hit assign. Now that the assignment has been assigned, we see it listed under classwork. We can also go back to the stream, and what we will see here where we can create an announcement because it's just popping up. But we see where our assignment is. This is where the students will go to complete the worksheet. Once we click on the teacher side, we can see how many have been assigned because we just have one student in our class and how many have been turned in. And here is where the student work will be. Once it's finished, we can open it up and see the student's progress or how they have completed it. We can also give them a grade here and add comments. If they have submitted and we don't like it, we can return it to them so they can go back and make corrections. And this is pretty much the basics of using Google Classroom. If you have any questions related to technology use in Montgomery Public Schools, feel free to reach out to sydney.sneed@mps.k12.al.us or stephen.walker@mps.k12.al.us. We are here and willing to able and to help with any of your technology needs. Thank you and have a great day.